Good evening, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, participants, visitors of all sorts of parts of the earth, thank you for being here. It's such a kind of support that we Soroptimists are surrounded by people who are so generous with their time. Thank you so much. I'm gonna introduce this event by saying that the girls were assigned to begin with certain projects. They were divided in 6 groups, and each group's got a different name from a very famous woman. And they actually selected the projects from the goals of the United Nations because it's the work we do. They have actually been working for 6 days as Soroptimists with the same goals and with the same procedure that Soroptimist has. Okay? Then, having said that, I think it's good. We had a wonderful 6 days, and I'm sure that these ladies are going home renewed, maybe with a different kind of mind than when they came. They are all wonderful, and I am sure they will be very, very successful. Okay, so I'm going to start. As we said before, they are going to go on a program of mentoring after this. So they will be mentored for 9 months. Some of the mentors are here. Can the mentors stand up, please? Thank you. Sit down. Please. Then there's no more to say. Only we are going to have the presentation of the projects. No, not sure of that. I'm going to pass the microphone to the Counselor of Foreigners Department.
Welcome to Mijas Town Hall. You may know that in this room there are 25 counselors who take the most important decisions once a month. We all sit there, and in the center there is a woman for the first time in the history of Mijas. She is not able to come today. But in case you want to know her name, she is Ana Mata. No need to translate that into English. As you know, Jesus only needed 12 people, and he has been ruling the world for more than 2,000 years. You are 24, you are the double than that. If you work hard, and I'm sure you have learned a lot in this week, and you practice that, you can change the world. I'm sure the world has not changed yet, but each of you may have learned something that has made you grow and made you a little bit better. And I'm sure you will spread the word. You will go, you will talk about Soroptimist, you will go and explain what you have learned and what you have practiced, and you will try to make the world a little bit better. I think, thank you. I think that is your work now. You have a mission to do, you have been trained, you have paid attention, I'm sure. You have had some fun, but also you have been working. And if you really spread that work, your work will have an impact in all of us. So please go ahead and do it. I am only grateful to Soroptimist because my daughter went to Germany for several months, and that experience made her a little bit better. She was already very good, like her father, but those few months learning, going somewhere else, getting out of the shell in which parents protect the children, make them see the real life outside. And I'm sure you have grown up. So thank you for the work you have done, and you know we all are watching, waiting for the impact you are going to produce. Good luck. Thank you.
Now we proceed to the second part of this event. I have in front of me the list of the groups. I will ask Group A, it's called Madame Noel, to step into the stage, please.
Hello everyone. Today we want to share with you our project. The name of the project is Living Together, and it's about helping refugee women to build their new life in the country they ended up in. Because as some of you know, moving to a new country, it's not easy, but when you were forced to do it, it's even harder, and I can tell. So many refugee women arriving in a new place face challenges that go far beyond language. They must struggle to navigate daily life, understand institutions, or interpret local social norms. Flyers and official documents rarely explain what this system means in practice, how to find help, communicate efficiently, or access essential services. Living Together addresses this gap through interactive workshops. Even if women speak the language, they often need guidance on unspoken rules that, like daily routines or social expectations, that comes naturally to people who grew up in that country. So this program can empower women to understand local culture, their rights and duties, and how to confidently participate in a new community, giving them tools, knowledge, and confidence to build their lives with dignity and a true sense of belonging.
Our project goal is an accessible, human-centered workshop that presents them life skills, social understanding, and building a community empowerment through knowledge. We can roll this up globally through all the Soroptimist organizations. It is really important that we adjust it locally for the adapted challenges on the certain location, that it fits perfectly for the people participating. And our goal is also to have a sustainable mentorship and a community from woman to woman, peer-to-peer guidance to improve their day-to-day life.
The key messages for our project are: integration begins with understanding. Knowledge brings confidence. You can love the place once you understand how it lives. And finally, you are not alone. You belong to a community already. How will the program be structured? The idea is to have 6 different sessions, each session lasting around 2 to 3 hours, held every 2 weeks in a friendly, accessible and commune space. The first session will be around culture and communication, entitled Living Together. There, the people would be able to learn how to, okay, it's working now, sorry. Would learn how people interact, how to express gratitude, ask for help, and respect personal space. The second session will be around rights and responsibilities, with the guest legal advisor or representative from different organizations who could, for example, address topics like residential permits, obligation, and also rights, because it's important to address rights and not only obligations. The third session would be around work and professional integrations. There, people would be able to learn how to apply for jobs, build a local style CV, pay your taxes, plan your pension, or have access to financial support.
The fourth workshop will be around healthcare and insurance, and the participants will be able to understand both the public system and the private system, how it works, how to book a doctor's appointment, how to understand the process, and how to get support with language, maybe when they get to the doctor appointment. The fifth workshop will be about budgeting and everyday tips. Here they will learn how and where to buy affordable groceries and clothes, how to buy train tickets or transportation for traveling. They will learn insights, they will exchange tips and tricks and share useful platforms. And finally, the sixth workshop will be around community and mentorship continuity. Each participant will be paired with a local mentor who offers guidance and support beyond the workshops. Someone with similar cultural or linguistic background, maybe a Soroptimist or even a local volunteer. Over time, the participants will be encouraged to participate and become mentors for the new arrivals. We believe this will create a sustainable cycle of solidarity where each woman can both receive and later offer guidance, transforming the project into an ongoing living network of women supporting women in true Soroptimist spirit. And to share a little bit of our resources and partnerships, we have the Soroptimist clubs, local NGO, public government, institutions, educational and the private sectors, and of course media. And we will use facilitators and mentors from Soroptimist volunteers, local volunteers, and social workers. And a brief overview of our SMART framework and the challenges and solutions that we think we will face. And just to give a few examples.
This project will not only create knowledge but connection. A small welcoming community of women who support each other, not losing culture. It's about learning to live together and improve their life in the new country, because every woman deserves more than safety. They respect knowledge and the sense of belonging, especially when they lost everything and came to a new place. They wanted to make their new home.
So, living together, it is not just a project for us. It's a bridge between cultures, women, and communities. When refugee or immigrant women know their rights, understand their environment, and feel included, they don't just rebuild their own lives, but they help create stronger, more compassionate societies for everyone. Understanding the local culture and systems helps them feel seen, capable, and included, turning newcomers into confident residents. Empower a woman to understand her world, and she will change it for everyone around her. Thank you so much.
We go to the next group. It's Group B, and the name is Jane Goddell, and she was an activist.
Good evening, everyone. We are Mari Carmen, Juliana, Cindy, and Sarah. And before we start, we would like to ask you something. What kind of relationships do we want to build? Today, we would like to present our project Stronger Together, Building Awareness and Independence. Our target group is young people between 15 and 30 years old, and the main goals of our project is to raise awareness about domestic and financial abuse, promote healthy relationships, and teach financial independence as a tool for empowerment. We believe that education and open discussion are key to preventing abuse and helping young people build safe, strong, and equal relationships.
The whole project will last, we have planned it for it to last 12 weeks. So the first one will be 6 weeks about domestic violence awareness. Well, our initiative focuses on raising awareness about domestic violence, but also putting some tools in action. We know that domestic violence is not only physical, it can also be emotional, psychological, sexual, economical, or even digital. So we will provide the tools to identify, to prevent, and to put things in action, and make accessible the support system and all help these victims can use. The purpose of our project is to help participants to recognize these early warnings, signs of control or manipulation, and to give them all these tools. To achieve this, we will organize interactive workshops and role plays based on real-life experiences, so we can detect in our real life how we tend sometimes to normalize some behaviors that are not normal, but we think it is, so we can identify it and change our thoughts about it. We plan also to involve psychologists and victims, actual victims, who can share their experiences and making the learning process more meaningful and authentic for all people. In addition, the students will create some projects themselves so they can produce some meaning, like they can raise awareness also about among their peers, their partners, and they can help also friends and family who can be in the middle of this situation. An important part of our approach is also financial literacy, and by teaching young people about this financial independence, we can help them to recognize some economic abuse, and we aim to empower them to protect themselves as well.
One of the skills that is lacking when it comes to education is financial education. So we are not taught in school how to manage a budget, how to develop a CV, how to invest, how to save, how to manage your retirement as well. So with this project, we also aim to provide these tools that are not only important for everyone, but also especially to people that might be facing or might face in the future situations of domestic violence. Because the economic aspect is one of the reasons that many victims do not leave a violent situation. Therefore, we aim to provide the victims and every student, including women and boys as well, and men, how to write a CV, how to prepare to interviews, and how to negotiate wages, which is an important skill as well, how to manage your budget, your income planning, how to manage your savings and emergency funds, as well as basic investment skills and retirement and pensions. So the strategies for us to adopt this, it's the next one, yeah. The strategies to adopt this plan is through interactive classes and interview practices, so involving like two students among each other. They develop a practice to to develop the skills. How to use Excel to manage your budget, and we're also going to implement some mentoring in order to ensure that the skills that they learn during the workshops are having some useful purpose. Also we aim to put together a team of personal finance educators, investment advisors and banking professionals in order to provide this knowledge.
Stronger Together is not only about preventing the abuse, it's also about empowering young people to build respect, equality and resilience in every aspect of their lives. So after hearing this, we also would like to ask you, what does being stronger together mean to you?
Now we are gonna present the third group. It's Group C, and the name is Hamida Aman. She is the SIE Peace Prize winner of 2025.
Our project is called Periods, and it's an educational workshop about the menstruation cycle developed for young people to learn more about the menstruation cycle. Because we talked together and we noticed that we learned a lot about our period only when we were older, when we were in our 20s, and we wished that we knew more when we were younger. So we're gonna develop this workshop and we're gonna teach it to people in schools. And it's gonna be especially about topics that are often overlooked in biology classes and that people don't want to talk about because of shame and taboo. We developed 2 levels for different age groups. So level 1 is for children between 9 and 11, so before they get their periods, because we want to prepare them for what is going to happen. And we will teach them the basics, so what will happen with your body, what is the influence of hormones, what can you expect maybe from pain, but also what products there are to use. And also about that it can be very irregular in the beginning. Some people have a longer period or a shorter one, and sometimes it happens and then for a few months not, and then again. So that kind of information. And level 2 is for the age group from 11 to 16, so the group that usually already have their periods. And it's the same information, but then we go a little bit deeper in the details of the menstruation cycle. So not only the period, but also we talk about ovulation, about the differences in discharge, and maybe your emotional ups and downs during your cycle. And we will talk about symptoms. So during PMS, what kind of symptoms you can have, and especially those that we don't often want to talk about, like bloating, diarrhea, having pimples, all those things. And how you can take care of yourself when you have pain, and not only take medicines, but also maybe adjusting your lifestyle. But we also want to tell girls that it's you should not just accept the pain, because many of us, maybe we suffer from PCOS or endometriosis and we don't know. So if you cannot go to school because of pain, that's not normal, and then you have to go to a doctor. So that's what we want to.
So our project aligns with the mission and values of Soroptimist International, which is to transform the life and the status of each woman and girls through education, empowerment and enabling opportunities. So our project will promote education by offering accessible learning materials to empower women and girls with knowledge about their bodies and health, uphold women's right to health, dignity and equal access to essential products. And we really want to reduce mockery toward the women's cycles and periods which can happen in schools. So the project also directly contributes to the different sustainable development goals, because we are in the line with the SDGs 3, good health and well-being, Number 4 concerning quality education. Number 5 concerning gender equality. And number 10 concerning reduced inequalities. And the most important things is we make the project for women, by women, and it is the most important sentence of Soroptimist International.
We are going to make this happen by recruiting and training volunteers, by creating educational materials such as booklets and presentations, which have some helpful information for the people who won't be able to present on the workshops. We are going to make connections with some local organizations with the similar ideas. And we are going to make this project the project will be supported through fundraising events, some community sponsorships, from local organizations, yeah. Wait. And partnerships with NGOs focusing on women's health and environmental sustainability.
So, with this very beautiful project, we know that we can do more. We have this very nice pilot project, but we can also take it to level 3. We are going to look into the 70 years old and a bit above, where we're going to look a bit about and tell about pregnancy, what's happening with the human body, women body. Well, being pregnant, how is the cycle going to affect being pregnant? When can you be pregnant? There's only 5 days in a month. So, and then we also have the level 4, and we want to tell the 45 years old plus about a little bit about menopause, because this is also a huge change for the women body. Wow! But we also know that Soroptimist International can go even further. We want to take it out in the world. We know that it's not illegal for all women in the world to know about this, but we know with our platform that we can change that. We also want to look into how we can implement free pads for women at small schools or bigger schools, but also at the workplaces, so we don't have to feel embarrassed by picking our pads up, put it in the pocket and walk of shame out to the bathroom. We need to stay and be proud about our period.
So we got Group D. And Group D is called Maria Zambrano, philosopher.
We want to create a year-long Women's Empowerment Center that results in a festival. The center will be for women who have somehow fallen out of the system. A safe place to learn, collaborate, and build confidence. The center runs for a year, and during, women will develop soft skills and hard skills, such as CV writing, fundraising, IT development, construction, and graphic design. This in partnership with university students and local organizations. The year will result in the Unbound Festival, planned and produced by all the women themselves. The goal of the festival is to showcase everything they have learned and achieved while building network and opportunities for the future. Empowerment happens through knowledge, skills, and sense of purpose.
We will know the project is working when participants will start to use what they learn, take initiative, collaborate to solve problems together, and when they start applying their skill in real situations. For our projects, success means sustainability, the ability for the project to keep running without constant external funding. Through the festival, women will not only showcase their skills, but also generate income. The funds raised during the event will be reinvested into the Women Empowerment Center, helping to finance the next edition and future trainings program. To make it visible and effective, we'll build a strong partnership with universities, local business and organizations. These partners will help to lead the workshops and open doors for internships or employment. During the Unbound Festival, visibility will reach its peak. The event will last full days with partner stands in the afternoon to showcase opportunities, promote collaborations with companies, and highlight the women's achievements. In the evening, the women themselves will run the festival, managing logistics, showing everything they have made and learned. In this way, the project becomes visible, useful, and sustainable.
And now we have two questions. One is how, and the other one is how long. How in terms of resources and support. Partnerships with the Soroptimist International will be the key to communicate the project and assist in building a team. Another factor is the budget. There will be the need for fundraising for the first physical space that will host the center and will be the starting point for women to learn and connect. SI partnerships and network will also be necessary for the time the festival will take place in terms of visibility, communications, collaboration with organizations. How long refers to the timeline. As already mentioned, there will be a whole year to prepare for the festival. After, the goal, apart from the self-sufficiency, is to scale up. Women trained in the center could be the future trainers. Also, based on the funds raising in the festivals, the Women Empowerment Center aims to be expanding and developing stayover facilities for women in need. Long term, the goal is that Unbound Festival exists for eternity, or hopefully until the moment there is no need for it anymore.
We all know clearly that the goal of Soroptimist International is to promote and increase the women's status and the girls' status across all countries, and we think that this project would be very in line with these values. Moreover, about feasibility, we think that SE Costa del Sol would be able to develop this sort of projects. First of all, because we thought of this scaling up, meaning that the festival could start as a small part of an already existing festival to limit the necessary investments at the beginning. And second of all, we previously mentioned collaboration with companies, mainly for sponsorship. And finally, we could have collaboration with universities, which means that students that need to do their internships could be the teachers for the courses that are in their areas of expertise. So we would love to empower women by building their skills, because we are discussing, in this case, women that may be falling out of the system for many reasons. And in terms of skills, we have soft skills like CV writing, but also fundraising and communication. But we have also hard skills like logistics and electrician skills and cooking skills and IT development and many others. So we think that with these new skills, they could create for themselves new opportunities that might lead to jobs and their personal development. So we would love for this project to set a good framework and to be hopefully developed in other countries. Thank you all for your kind attention.
Group E, now to the center of the, is called Marie Curie, a scientist.
Hello everyone, welcome, bienvenidas. Let's go start. So we are Serena, Caroline, Laura and Nora, and we are going to explain you our project, and the name is the 5 Stations of Equality.
So let's start with a question. What Soroptimist International do? As you know, Soroptimist International is an association who helps women and girls around the world to change her life. And they also works for the UN global goals. And that's why today we choose two of them, the quality education and the gender equality. Our project will be set in Mijas, in one school, and it's we think that we can start with just one school, but it's a project that we can reply around the time, and it will set in November 2026. We choose that month as it's extremely important for women. The targets of our project are children aged between 6 and 12 years old, but also their families, their teachers, and the community as well of Mija. The key message of this project is about respect, equality, collaboration, and fighting against stereotypes. We think about having human resources around 12 or 14 volunteers at Soroptimist Costa del Sol volunteers, and a budget between 300 and 400 euros, so not so expensive. Which is the main object is to promote awareness of gender stereotypes and encourage the youngest, the children, to think critically and to think critically about fairness and diversity through activities, games, and creativity, of course. So what we want to do with the 5 stations of equality is to build educational interactive activities where the children could have fun and inspiration, learning by doing, and have an active participation.
So we will meet the children of different ages in 4 sessions. The third one will be with children. We will teach them all. Okay. The third one, we will meet the children and teach them a lot of things. And the last one, it's an intergeneration equity day. That means we will invite everybody, everyone to come, teachers, parents, all the community. And this day, the children will teach all these people what they learn with games and activities. We will adapt the activities and the level of the activities for each group, because there will be many ages and many people, so we can adapt the level of the activities. So, as the name saying, there are 5 stations. So each station is an activity with different, and the children can go to one to another one. The first one is the true or false session. We will ask children some questions about equity and gender equality, and they will have to answer true or false. That's very simple. The session number 2 is dress to impress. So they will have to create some clothes with props and accessories we will give them. And they have to dress like a firefighter, a teacher, a doctor, what they want. Thus we can teach them, they can be everything, anything, what they want to be. Male or female, it doesn't matter. The station number 3 is a role play. They will choose a fairy tale and they will have to change the end of the story, but without any stereotype. Because in the fairy tale, it's always a princess that is saved by the man. So it will be forbidden to choose this one. And then they will play it. The station 4 is magic glass game. So we will give them a picture with stereotype, and they will have to put an overlay transparent with some elements, and they can create a non-stereotype images. And the last one.
You want to know?
You want to know? The last one is the line of respect. We will draw a line just on the ground, and we will ask a question, and if they agree, they are in the side, and if they don't agree, they put it in the other side. For example, a question can be, do you agree if somebody asks you without asking you first? So they will put zero, as you want. So that's the activities.
We need to spread more equality. So let's start with the youngest. Thank you, everyone.
Gracias a tutti. Muchas gracias.
Merci à tous.
Now, the last group is Group F, and it's called Jamila Jamil, actress and activist.
We are happy that you're all here, and we are Jasmine, Fana, Denise, and I'm Annika. And today we want to give awareness to You Are Not Alone for women who are pregnant, or younger women especially, that are pregnant or have a child, because it's important. And we want to make an app that's called Your Young Moms Club. And the reason why we want to do that is to empower women, because it's a difficult, it's a difficult situation to be in, and everything is new. And we really want to educate people, because it's a very difficult topic. And often you feel alone if it's your first child, and a lot of young people feel like they're sitting alone home and they don't know anybody. So we want to create this app where people can talk together and they can share their knowledge about this topic. So we want to make this network also on the app, where you can share your experience, but also when you have a kid and you want to go further, afterwards you need to get a job maybe, because it's difficult in some countries to stay in your job if you have a kid. So we want to make an app where you can talk with people, and maybe you know somebody who needs a job or so on. So we want to make this app to create opportunities for people, for young women, and we want to inspire other peoples.
So who is this app for? Who is our target audience? It is for young moms, but we also want to invite pregnant women who will become a mom in a short amount of time, but also for Soroptimists who can share their experiences and who they can learn from. Also women with experience who are not Soroptimists, because they can teach them something they are really good at, or if they had a child at a young age, they can also share experiences about that. How we will do this? We really need to build the app. That's the community. And when we start, we want to start with the app with 5 topics. That could be topics as financial health, also mental health, but we need to choose the topics based on the questions of these women and what they want to learn about and what they want to talk about. So we share some experiences, some topics on this app, and we also have this Q&A function where people can ask questions and people can answer these questions. Next to that, we also want to organize events. So on the app there will be online events to talk about certain topics. So maybe help with the CV or to talk about mental health. And we also want to promote physical events, but we want to start first to do it online. So it will be accessible for everyone.
What we need to do is to promote this app because we want to build this community and we need a lot of people to do it. So we want to promote it by using social media. We will also use posters and flyers, which we can put everywhere, but also on the classes young moms will have or pregnant women will have. And we will also use the Soroptimistic clubs to promote it even further.
Where is it gonna be start? Absolutely in Spain, where everything started in first year. Second year we add 2 more countries, and hopefully, if it goes well, our aim to open up worldwide.
So about our future plans, it's monitoring results, how it went like through questionnaire that it's gonna be built in the app, and also through questionnaire, yeah, most of the times, and adding extras if the app is gonna be successful. We can also like add the function about babysitting, where like the young moms gonna help each other because they know how it's like struggling with this child in the early ages. So it's gonna be a beautiful platform for them, for the community, because they could help each other through babysitting and through mentoring, and also the future plans also depend on the evaluation. So like maybe we're gonna add some other topics through evaluation that people like young mothers gonna say to us about the ages. It's gonna depend on the country, because in some countries there are a lot of teen moms, so that's why it's gonna be for teen moms if it's like common in that country. But if it's not that much common, so it's gonna be young moms who is like under 30 years. So and also concluding that all the things, and also like about the promoting, the events also gonna be the part of the promoting. So we're gonna conduct the events, and we hope that it's gonna be conducted already with young moms themselves after we're gonna give them the knowledge about violence, because they're facing violence also. They're like, yeah, they are facing violence a lot. So and also about the empowerment and the economical knowledge as networking with other people, so they could find a work. Yeah, and the message that we want to share with you today and with the young moms is you are not alone, and there is always the people who want to help. Yeah.
Thank you, participants. Amazing job. No lack of creativity or ideas. And I think I'm really flabbergasted, as they say. Fantastic what you have been able to do, because we started out to think, we give a not too heavy program, but of course we also needed a social program. We are in Spain. But also not socially. We have set so many classes, so many hours, so much information you've had to digest, and then to be able to come up with all of this, I think, absolutely fantastically well done. Amazing. Yeah. I'm so proud. I feel like a mother. I don't know how a mother feels, but I think something like this must be. I would like to first start with the diplomas, and we have here a very young future Soroptimist. Oh no! Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? ¿Vas a ayudarme? ¿Ya? Qué bien.
Queridas Soroptimistas,
Dear Soroptimists, Dear Soroptimists, I have to be close,
Desde la Asociación Sembrando Sonrisas queremos agradecer el habernos hecho partícipe de este gran proyecto. Primera Academia de Liderazgo Femenino Soroptimist Internacional. Hace un año ya que empezasteis con esta gran iniciativa. Han sido largos y trabajosos meses, pero ahí tenéis vuestra recompensa. Mujeres que saldrán empoderadas y ayudarán a tener más seguridad y preparación para poder conseguir sus metas. Sirva este pequeño recuerdo que la asociación quiere entregar a las participantes de agradecimiento. el árbol de la vida, el cual ha estado sembrando con nosotros sonrisas y cosechando felicidad. Felicidad que se logra cuando nos ayudan a prepararnos para poder afrontar retos en la vida. Todo nuestro cariño y enhorabuena, firmado Rosa Planellet, que hoy no ha podido estar aquí, pero yo estoy en representación de ella. Y Jimena Martín Polo, que es mi sobrina, el futuro de Soroptimist, va a entregar los regalos. Gracias.
So, what did Rosa Planellet say? And I think a lot of you here in the room know Rosa. She is at almost all of our events. And she started not too long ago the association Sembrando Sonrisas. You're sowing the seeds of a smile. So Rosa is saying that they would like to thank us for letting them participate in our project. It's the first leadership academy, female leadership academy of Soroptimist International here in Mijas. And we started to work, Rosa know that, after 1 year ago with this initiative. There were long steps and work of months. But here we have the reward. That's you. Women who came out with more power, and we will help them get more security and get prepared to have the power to reach their goals. They have a small gift for each and every one of you, and it is also their logo. It is the tree of life, and it is like we have been sowing smiles, and we will then harvest happiness. So happiness which you get when you help others, and to prepare us to deal with everything we come across in our life. So with all her heart, she wants to wish all of you, congratulations for the work well done, Rosa. Gracias. So, Annika Christensen. Yay. Yep. And my little helper is there. Ooh. So Annika is from Denmark. Yay. And now another Annika. So, another Annika. Where are you? There you are. Yes, Germany. We have too many Germans in the room. Yes. Yeah. Asja. Annika. Annika. Astrid. Well, Norway in the house. Juliana. Biliana. Oh no, it's a B. I don't know my alphabet, you know. Yeah, Bulgaria. One of our youngest participants, and he did so well in her presentation. No fear. Fenna. Yeah, you know the alphabet. They were able in one exercise to put each other, without saying a word, in the right order of their date of birth. I thought it was hilarious. So they should be able to do it. Who comes now? Judith. Welkom Judith, Dolomina, Nederland. Yay. Juliana. What? Colombia. Colombia. Laura. You could put on your sunglasses for this special moment, eh? Italy, of course. Leah. Oh. And Leah is, you know, I think we have a scoop, because I think this is the first Soroptimist Leadership Academy with a participant who becomes a Soroptimist during the academy. Sisters! Woo! Lou! Now we stay in France, now you're prepared, you know. Lou! And now it's Caroline. Yes, this is my mentee. We will be working together for the next 9 months. It's upside down. Cindy. Portugal. That was our first interview. Cindy is Portuguese, but also half from Mozambique. Denis from Turkey. And now we go to Greece. Elpida, welcome. Federica. Italy. The Italians, they gave us a scare. They put forward 18 candidates. Mari-Carmen. Mari-Carmen Bancheri is our scholarship student from last year, and she is studying at the University of Malaga, and she's finding solutions for breast cancer. So we need women like these for our future. Huh? Nora? Entonces, un poquito raro que no me coges el micro, ¿no? Oh, Nora. Española del norte. Del norte, su abuela es una amiga soroptimista de toda la vida. Y Salome. Serena. Italia. With Salome, I didn't say the nationality because they were like on the border of France and Switzerland, and they get confused. So, Cecil with the silent D from Denmark. It was showing, you know, by example how not to do it. Huh? There. Our local participant. Yeah. Yeah, local but not originally from here, like a lot of us. Originally from Romania. Zasmin. Zasmin from Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, you can look it up. And already very active in her country, fighting for women's rights. Her, and I want one moment because her friend was going to come.
Yeah.
Shit. Her friend was going to come and then she didn't get a visa. And I thought it was so unfair. It was so unfair that you take away the chance of a young girl to come to a leadership academy because of paperwork. So I want a big cheer for Aizirek, because she will enter in the mentoring program, and her mentor will be Ute, and Ute will for sure go to Kyrgyzstan because he travels all over the world. Ute, here we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what? I know, I see her sitting there. How difficult can it be? From furthest away, but now a bit closer, this is Sarah from Iran. Sarah made this, for Sarah it's like a family project because she has her aunt, Nahid, here as one of our teachers and one of our, group organizing this event. So good. Yeah, but also in this case, Sarah is here because Tina is in Italy, already waiting for 20 months for asylum. She's a young woman, working, she has studied, and they've taken this opportunity away from her. Think about it for a moment, how lucky we are that we can just travel, that we can just step in a plane. Thank you. This Soroptimist Female Leadership Academy would not have been possible without my team, and maybe they can all stand up and wave, because my team has Aura, of course. Connie over there on the left, Lene, Britt, Mona, Nahid, Ute, Soledad, Anna, Annette, Selina, Giovanna, Ellen, and Bobby. Bobby, last but not least. Yeah? Thank you. You can sit down. Without the support of the German Union and the SIE President Hafdis and the board of Soroptimist International of Europe, we would not be able to do this. We were teamed up with experts on leadership academies and mentoring. We worked with Melek from Turkey and Elena from Romania, all online. And how happy were we that for 2 weeks ago we met Judika from Membership Development in Krakow at a meeting. And when I told her there's nobody coming from the board, she said, why didn't you ask me? I said, well, I was so busy. And she said, no, but I'm coming. And she was with us for a few days, which was absolutely fantastic. And I think also, we had also mentors who flew in. Wilma, over there from Germany, she followed was so curious who she would be. And then we had also Jutta, the SIE representative at the Council of Europe. She was able to go anywhere. And Zenia drove down from Jaén and was also with us for a few days. It was fantastic to have all these guests. And my sister. My sister came, Natalie, in the place of Miguel. And it was just fantastic to have them there. And what would we have done without the facilitators? Adriana, and we had Pax online all the way from Colombia. We had Britt and Mona. We had Sonia from Paris. We had Minerva, who was here. And we had Ali. And we had an imposter who came and took the girls off as a paid reporter. Yes, it's nothing like a surprise visit. And of course, Nahid, my dear friend Nahid, who I met here in Mijas at a demonstration. So, and I also would like to thank the people from Mijas. We organized a tapas tour, and there they were, boven at the Flamenco, Bar Porras, Restaurante Beguines. They made the visit so fantastic. They welcomed us, they had beautiful tapas. Fantastic job. I don't know if the lady from La Bola is here. I haven't seen her, but so many faces. And then, of course, Humeldat. Where are you? Over there. Humeldat, we saw she's a local artist. And she's the one who made a beautiful leaf of mango wood. Super light, I had no idea. And when I said, oh, thank you so much that you make so beautiful art. And then I said, come. Because you have to be here, you're part of this. We want to include everybody. Women, men, everybody. And then, of course, the Local Alliance. I'm so sorry. The Local Alliance are always on our side. And then there's also HM Hospitals in representation of my boss, my beautiful colleague Nora. Nora, that's Nora, yes. And I think also, you know, without the solidarity, without the support, we would not be able to fly. What we did was also everybody is asked to bring some sand or soil from their country. Because if you connect people, you want to connect them in different layers. With friendship, but also with the roots, where you're from. So all that they made the big sun of all the sand, which was very powerful. And then today we mixed up the sand and everybody has a little bottle which they can take home. And then when life gets a bit tough, you know, you hold it in your hand and you think back of all the beautiful things we did, all the nice people we made. Just fantastic. And of course, ouders reminding me here, in the back we also have the girls from our basketball team. We have been supporting them for many years already. And they are, So look at the t-shirts. They look wonderful. So and I would like to mention some key words. It's almost done. Some key words to sum up what we have achieved together. And these are words that came out of dialogues we had together. Connection, sisterhood, resilience, trust, empowerment, inspiration, empathy. It is time to stand up for women. Who knows the Istanbul Convention? Who knows it? Who knows the Istanbul Convention? Raise your hands. Who knows the Istanbul Convention? What is it about? It's a major international treaty focused on prevention and combating violence against women. Why are countries withdrawing from this convention? And what will happen? With the consequences, what will they be? The safety for our mothers, our sisters, our girlfriends, our neighbors. It is time to stand up. We say no to violence. How can we prosper, all of us, when others are suffering? Let's spread the word, the message of solidarity with women and girls and boys and men from all over the world, near and wide. Woman, life, freedom. Zan, zendegi, azbi.
Woman, life, freedom.
Woman, life, freedom. Woman, life, freedom. Thank you, girls. Thank you so much. And I need my technical assistance there, because you know, we don't want to stand up and fight. What do the girls want?
President and secretary of our club, and without their constant work, this would have been impossible. So let's give them a good round of applause. They don't like flowers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We would like to invite you all downstairs to the patio, where Lena and I got married 6 years ago. And have a drink together and a big hug. You were fantastic. Fantastic. Woo.